Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And we continue our discussion about timelines and our ability to anchor in an optimal timeline for New Earth. And what a great guest today to share more on this, the Great Particle Convergence. But Cynthia, here we go. Cynthia Charis, who is a beautiful soul, and she is in communication with beings on the higher realms, higher densities, who bring forth through her living transmissions. And in our episode today, we're going to discuss about this really wonderful opportunity to reset human consciousness and anchor in new timelines. We're also going to receive a very powerful activation and living transmission. Cynthia Charis, thank you for being here once again on Quantum Conversations.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I always get so excited to be able to allow the beautiful beings, you know, the avatars, and the ascended masters and all the beloveds that are surrounding all of us every moment. And they get happy, I get happy, because here we are in another beautiful moment of convergence, as we're going to be talking about, and truly a moment to open our hearts and become the goddess that we are and can be. So there's lots of beautiful energies surrounding us, lots of great beings, and it's going to be a beautiful time together here. Thank you.
Oh, it is already a beautiful time. We can feel the frequency has totally just lifted, enlightened, and I want to talk a little bit about that because we were chatting a moment ago about how we can be distracted these days. There's so many things outside of us to distract us, yet if we do take this time to really quiet down, to get into that 0 point of stillness, as you call it, we have magic that happens. And I love you, Cynthia, because you are always focused in this way. You are clear and simplified so that it can be very pure of heart, and a deep connection as you walk in this space. So we're going to learn more about some of the new latest beings that you're connected with, but talk just a moment about this most important thing that we can do each day is this meditation, this meeting with ourselves.
So beautiful. How beautifully said, Loren. I love you too. Yes, we were just talking about that, and what I was sharing with you, and I'd love to share with all of us, is that the world out there right now is truly the opposite of reality, and its entire construct is built to distract us from what I was sharing with you, Loren, is called the quantum zero still point. So why is that? And of course, as we're talking about this great particle convergence, that's exactly what's happening. All of the old 3D matrix is collapsing into what's called a zero still point, where all of the old distorted timelines are moving into this place of new potential. So let me describe that. The reason why the world is distracting us is because when we move into this place of stillness, then we become sovereign. And when we become sovereign, all possibilities open up to us. So no matter what is happening out there, no matter what is occurring, our role as these great light masters, as the beloved of the avatars, our role as best we can is to come in through the heart, through the breath, into that sacred still space called the quantum zero still point. And you know who really assists with that is the Archangel Metatron. And he even has what's called the bliss transmission, where he helps all of us move our entire being into this quantum zero still point. And what that is he assists us, and spirit and our beloved I am presences. He assists us to move into this place where the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, and the spiritual body are all vibrating as one in a state of peace. So we will, later on, we will absolutely go into that place in our meditation because, as I said before, that's what's happening in this particle convergence. What's really happening is we are all moving into a new quantum spiral timeline. And this is our 0 point, and it's a point of pure possibility where we can create this new heaven on earth. So it's such an exciting time, such a beautiful, beautiful time. But it does require of us just to go into stillness and to breathe through that beautiful heart of ours, to breathe into our spirit, to breathe into the Divine Mother, the Sophia, to call forth the beloveds that work with us, and just ask to be assisted to move into the inner planes. And we leave the outer world, we move into the inner planes where everything opens up to us. The new timelines, the new breath of the quantum creation that's happening, the breath of the God, Goddess, the stars of creation. It's all right there in our heart of hearts. So yes, I loved what you said. I so agree. I so agree.
Well, beautiful. This requires us to go into the stillness. Magic happens in that stillness. I think all of us could share some stories and experiences of being in meditation where something, maybe a being comes to us, or we just sense something. Maybe it's even just as simple as a little spiral or something on our skin, or maybe seeing a feather on the floor, something. Others may not experience that, but that's okay because they will get there in that. And we've learned that it's important to not have any expectations when we go into that stillness. But that really is the interface between dimensions, being in this present moment that allows some information to come through. So you do several hours of meditation a day. Can you share some of the experiences? This is where you get a lot of your downloads and you have beings come to you.
Yes. You know, I think the first place is to understand what we're really doing here. And if you really think about it, we're here to spiritualize matter. And a beautiful way of thinking about that is this beautiful, beloved mother flame that sits at the base of our spine. You know, the kundalini, the goddess energy, the dragon energy, as Kaya Ra mentions in the Sophia Dragon Code. We lift that beautiful mother energy all the way up to the crown where the Father Spirit connects, and then we create what's called our Christed self. So that's really what Ascension is. We are here to spiritualize matter. And we do that, of course, through just stilling ourselves down. I always love to do heart math, and that's spelled M-A-T-H. It's a gorgeous way to get into our soul, into our beloved I Am presence, and we just breathe through the heart-focused breathing, and then you just pair it with some kind of a feeling like ease or grace. But the truth is, Loren, we are all divine, and it's really about aligning to our divinity and claiming kind of the benediction of the divine that's around us. So if we open our hearts, we move into that glorious space of silence, we empty ourselves out in a way, we dissolve into the liquid light of all creation, which I call the feminine substance of creation, and we just keep letting go and allowing, letting go. And if we truly believe that we are part of the divine, and of course we are, you know, the avatars, the ascended masters, they are our higher bodies of consciousness. So we get in that beautiful space and we just ask, and we say, dear beloved ones, is there someone who wishes to come forward and speak to me? For example, I was just telling Loren, I listened to her show with San Ra, who channeled the beautiful Tibetan ascended master, the Tibetan master Dwal Kul. And after that show, I was meditating, and I was in that open space, and sure enough, he came and he said, beloved one, I want to talk to you. And therefore, I called San Ra and had a beautiful reading. But we can do this with any of the avatars. This is the most transformative, the most glorious, the most unfathomable time we have ever had on the planet, coming into this convergence on August 21st. And therefore, we have at our beck and call these great masters, Babaji, who was the guru of Saint Germain and Yeshua, Christ, the Sophia, the mother of all creation, Dwal Kul and the beautiful beloved Katumi and the spiritual hierarchy, Lord Maitreya, who holds the office of the Christ, Lord Sananda, the higher ascended form of Yeshua, all the beautiful goddesses. It's amazing if we just take the time. And even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 5 minutes twice a day, we just open our heart and we ask that these beloved beings come in and bless us for the day. And you know what we can also do is really align, even taking 5 minutes. And let's say we've done that, and we just say then, I align to my highest divine truth. I align to my Christed self. I align to my beloved I Am presence. I align to my monadic self, which is the God self, and I align to my logo self, which is the greater self, the highest self of all, that includes all aspects of us, even not on earth. Just the alignment through our heart and the asking of Spirit to come be with us, you know, to blaze us with their light, to open our hearts and merge our aura, our light with theirs, to allow even our own beloved I Am presence to just blaze us with light is quite extraordinary. And notice the images of blazing that are coming through right now from Spirit. And this is because this great particle convergence is the omnipotent photonic particles from the great central sun. They're coming down, in a sense, downloading galactic information through the collective consciousness of humanity. But these beautiful, beautiful photons are coming through in the flames. So if you can imagine that you're just a beautiful rainbow flame, and really go into that secret chamber in the heart, the high heart. It's called the Chariot Chakra. And in that high heart, we actually have what's called a victorious, immortal, threefold flame. And that's not a metaphor. That's not symbolic. It is real. And it's truly a divine spark, so that it makes your heart a replica of God, Goddess. It's literally a spark of sacred fire from the Creator's own heart. And go upon the altar of your own heart and ask that that flame be magnified by Dwal Kul or Katumi or the great spiritual hierarchy, or all of your own beloveds, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Isis, the ones that I love so much. But ask that that flame open up in you, because that flame is what really spiritualizes the matter in your body to your divinity, to truth. So we're talking and hearing a lot about flames. And they're not going to hurt us. They're cool. You know, the violet flame is actually cool. But they are the place that, in a sense, burns away what doesn't serve us and opens our life to the glory of our divinity. So when I meditate, I meditate like that. I go through the heart. I go into the threefold flame. I bless my day. I call in the avatars. And they're telling me to share with all of us that they are so grateful and so desirous for us to make contact with them. This is the age, remember, of the collective Buddha, the collective Christ, the collective avatar. We're all this together. There's not one avatar out here doing things anymore. We're all one. And we just open ourselves up and invite those great beings into your aura, into your presence, and say, walk with me. Walk with my heart. Come into my heart. Help me become love incarnate. Help me become glory. Help me become the truth. You know, they're all here, as are the legions of angels. And they're surrounding all of us, even as we speak right now. And I'm seeing these beautiful crystalline arcs of their flame, the flame of their ascended beingness, igniting our own flames, which is our truth, our heart's desire. But that's not symbolic. And I only realized that a while ago. I was like, oh my goodness, this is real. I think I read in one of the books that the average flame is about 1/16 of an inch. And when Christ was here, or Babaji's, they're over 9 feet tall. So one way to begin meditating through all of this and getting ready for the Great Convergence is to work with the flame and ask these great beings, the great Kohans of the 7 sacred flames. There's a great book by Aurelia Jones, a beautiful book of the 7 sacred flames, and there's beautiful meditations in there. But truly this flame, Spirit has been leading me over and over, back and back into the altar of my high heart, the Holy of Holies. And we are all now, as we're speaking, being brought into, in a sense, the Holy of Holies in our hearts. But this immortal, victorious, threefold flame is the flame of the Mother, pink, the Father, blue, and the Christ itself, which is yellow. And it's a rainbow flame that does exist, and we are truly being asked to elevate that flame, to elevate the light, and to intensify the light, and to bring forth our truth. So that's how I would say a good place to begin meditating.
So beautiful. Thank you for that. Really aligning with the divinity and going into our hearts and asking and connecting. Okay, so you had said earlier too that these beings are higher aspects of ourselves. And yes, if we are all one, we can sense that. So that's very fascinating. So can you share a little bit more about this beautiful Great Particle Convergence and some of the energies surrounding it? We are indeed already in what's called the Stargate of the Goddess, which began on Sunday, July 23rd, and we're moving into this deeper alignment with the particle convergence. Isn't it fascinating that 30 years ago was the harmonic convergence?
Isn't
So
it?
it's like an end cap, a graduation moment. And now you call it like a reset. So let's call it a graduation moment. I think graduation's a better word.
I love that, yes. And it's extraordinary. It's going to be happening on the total solar eclipse. And by the way, that is the last eclipse of this entire year. And we are
Interesting.
in a beautiful moment. And that Great Particle Convergence starts on August 21st, and it goes to December 21st. So not only 30 years ago were we in the harmonic convergence, but this is taking us back in a way to the great, the alignment of 2012, on December 21st. It's an extraordinary, magical time. And in addition to what you just said, which I just love, according to the ancient Mayans and the ancient Egyptians, yesterday was called the new planetary year. And this is when the star Sirius, which is called the God Star or the Great Teacher Star, rises in the morning sky right next to our sun, and it begins a new personal cycle. So this is, I am going to so agree with what you said. This is the cycle, we're going to call it right now, the cycle of our graduation of humanity. It started yesterday, and it also started with what you were saying with the goddess, but it's called the Syrian effect, or it's called the day when the two suns rise. The day before that, July 25th, was called the day out of time. It's kind of similar to the balsamic dark phase of the moon, the day before the new moon starts. So right now in this moment, we could not be getting together in a more auspicious time when we are literally right now at the cusp of an entire new planetary cycle where the center, the galactic sun, which is the star Sirius, is with us as we speak. The two suns rose in the morning sky yesterday, the golden sun of the Earth and the electric blue sun of Sirius. And that was extraordinary because the downloads of that are coming through even now as we speak, and the new diamond light codes that the solar logos and the planetary logos have been working with all of us so avidly since the equinox and then the Easter, which were the greatest days we've ever had on the planet so far, and now coming into this, all of these diamond light codes are being amplified by Sirius and creating this sacred teacher star joining with our sun and transmitting through what's called the Lionsgate portal coming up on August 8th. So the Lionsgate portal truly began opening yesterday. And so today when we meditate, when we go together, this is the dawning of a new age. This is really the culmination of everything we've worked for. It's the culmination of the harmonic convergence, then the 1111, and then the 1212, and then the millennium, and then the 2012, and then the wave X on September 27th, 2015, and then all of the waves last year, and then finally the year of the big reset or the great initiations of light under the Holy Order of Melchizedek this year. This is our graduation. This is our culmination, and that year just started yesterday. So we're in the throes of the energies of new beginnings once again on this big 2017, which is a 1 year. So we're in another one moment. And what's so cool about that is that we've also heard from Archangel Michael in channelings that all the incoming light codes of the first half of 2017 have been seeded successfully. So we are in the rising new earth consciousness. We have truly created a unified field of multidimensional consciousness. And who is holding that? Each one of us. Each one of us on this call, on all the other calls, all the ones that are devoted to spirit and to enlightenment and to service and to love, every one of us, we are the ones that have held this in our heart and soul and in our light. And we are holding that commitment to our higher consciousness, to our higher bodies, which are the avatar bodies, and our multidimensional essence. So as we're all coming together, even today, right now, I'm feeling the veils parting. As we're all coming together today on this call and utilizing our consciousness and our time to be here together in community, as we're coming together, our radiant energy signatures are actually creating these grids for the new earth manifestation. And so we're being blessed. Right now, I'm feeling that Syrian energy, that electric blue energy being gifted through our hearts before we even go into a meditation, and the angels applauding as we are creating right now the veil. We are opening and paving the way multidimensionally into this great convergence. And another thing to know here is what the energy that's been coming through is kind of telling us that this is not, just so you know, this is not necessarily a time to try to make great changes or to make this happen. We're already there. We've graduated. I love what you said. This is the day of graduation. We're coming into the year of graduation and the culmination of our work as light masters. But rather, it's a time to surrender to the greater powers and allow ourselves to be open and empty conduits for these great, great galactic energies to move through. Because what's really happening is we are all being lifted into the higher dimensional realms. This is a galactic movement. This is a universal movement. This isn't just related to Earth or our solar system. And everything is about that. So, in this time of the two suns that we're basking in today, we're going to be bringing down these beautiful diamond light codes. And remember, they carry the patterns and the templates for the next spiral of time. And these light codes are transmitted from the galactic center and are being amplified right now by Sirius and these what are called the great beings of light, the royal Syrian star lions. And think about lions and Leo and the time we're in. And this is the time for us to be courageous. This is the time for us to just be our strength and our truth. Be our light. We don't have to do, but to claim the godhood that we are, to claim our higher bodies of consciousness, to open to the I am avatar body of light, And when I was preparing for this call, Babaji in particular came through and asked me to help all of us open up that great I am avatar body of light. This is the time for us to be courageous and to claim, and claim the embodiment, not just the alignment, the embodiment of our avatar self, of our great, glorious, victorious, immortal, threefold flame, so that we are the beacons of light on the planet. We are the conduit through which the cosmic hierarchy, not just the spiritual hierarchy or the solar hierarchy, but the universal, the galactic, and the cosmic, we want to allow ourselves to be that kind of like lightning rod that stands on the earth so that we can help transmute the entire mass consciousness of humanity. And you know, there's going to be a full moon in Leo the day before the Lion's Gate. So the Lion's Gate is on August 8th, and that is on August 7th. And that full moon, which is a partial eclipse, is going to create the space for further empowerment of the goddess energy on the planet. So this is an exciting time for all of the goddesses and the gods, but especially the goddesses on the planet, and all of these great light beings, and Isis and Hathor and Green Tara and Kuan Yin and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and the White Buffalo Woman and all the ones that we work with, Kali and the goddess of the Kundalini. All of that is so important because, as I said earlier, what we're really doing is lifting the flame of the mother all the way up, that Kundalini serpent energy, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up into mastery in our 1,000-petaled crown, where this Father Spirit joins together. We become the beloved Christed self, or the resurrected self, and then we become one with our I am presence. But it's all contingent upon the mother, and the mother energies are so important. So that full moon is going to open up that energy as well. So it's a very powerful flow of diamond energy on the earth of the rising of the divine feminine. And I remember reading somewhere, we have these 26,000 precessional epochs, and that's where we just hit last December 21st, 2012, where the first half of this 13,000 years of that is called the rising of the cosmic feminine. And we're the ones bringing that forth, And so we want to ask this fire energy as we bring that forth, to burn away and transform anything that's not in alignment with the new diamond light codes of the rising feminine, of the mother becoming one with the Father, creating the Christ consciousness, and our enlightenment and our ascension. That's the exciting things that are happening right now.
Very exciting. So allow and surrender and open up to it so we can be those conduits for the galactic cosmic energy. The new diamond light codes. All right. This is a perfect time to go into a meditative space for a living transmission in preparation then for this great particle convergence.
Okay. So, dear beloved ones, let's just breathe through our heart. Let's just breathe in the divine light of the Christ. Let's breathe in the beautiful feminine light of the mother, breathing in through our hearts. And begin to feel the beautiful winds of creation. Begin to feel the quantum threads of the stars. Allowing your heart to rest into the beauty and the glory and the truth that you are. Breathing in ease and grace. Dropping into that beautiful, beautiful liquid light of creation. That beautiful place where the iridescent, shimmering light is moving into your heart, into your being, and you're feeling safe and loved and held by the Divine Mother. Just letting down, just beginning to feel the beauty of you and beginning to move into that beautiful, divine, quantum, zero still point where the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, and the etheric body are all blessed with this beautiful sense of peace. And those beautiful winds, the harmonic notes, the song of creation is beginning to grace your heart as we begin to feel the stillness where all is well, where the beloved Archangel Metatron is sending us a transmission of perfect bliss. Just feeling that stillness, almost letting down, letting go, dropping into the liquid light, and just letting down. And as we feel the filaments of our heart, we feel this beautiful love emanating forth. We begin to see the beautiful goddess, the mother of all creation, Sophia, coming forth. And we feel the beautiful, beautiful Babaji. Babaji of the diamond heart and the diamond light body is coming forward. And the two of them are walking forward now to greet each one of you. Feel the mother of all creation as she places her hand on your heart, and feel Babaji, the diamond essence of the highest light body, put his hand on your third eye. And the two of them together are bringing forth the truth of your higher bodies of consciousness. And as you feel their great love and their great joy in seeing and finding you once again, a beautiful, beautiful opening is occurring in your heart. And a magnificent, magnificent doorway is opening as they greet you and invite you into the sacred chamber of your heart. And you begin to feel surrounded by the glorious diamonds and the love of the mother, the diamond heart of Babaji. And there's a quickening, an opening, an activation, an uplifting, as very, very gently you are being led into the most sacred of sacreds, the holy of holies, into your high heart. And Babaji now, with the mother, is directing you to the most beautiful 8-pointed star you have ever seen. And this is the great 8-pointed star within your high heart. And he is blessing you as he begins to activate the star of your being, the sun of beyond the sun, the great central sun within you, the supernova of consciousness that you are. He is beginning to spin that 8-pointed star within your heart. And you are beginning to feel free and light and lifted beyond time and space. And as the star continues to spin, the memory of who and what you are and what you took incarnation for is opening in your third eye, and you are seeing the glory of the truth of your incarnation. And the star is spinning. And in this great gateway of the heart, you walk into the center of this great star, almost as if you're walking through a black hole. And in that black hole is that place of pure potential and an utter amazement and awe as that star is spinning and as your heart is uplifting and as every cell in your body is transmuting now into your higher bodies of consciousness. Every cell, every electron, the Holy of Holies in your electrons are activating. And in this black hole, in the center of this spinning star, you see that beloved, victorious, threefold flame. And you remember the spark of creation that you are. And as the mother of all universes is here with you, she takes you gently to the altar of your own heart. And there, upon this altar, you feel the remembrance of being home in your heart of hearts, in the holiness of holiness. And the mother and Babaji now write sacred words upon your heart. And they are sharing with me now that they are writing a new covenant, a new blessing, a new benediction for who you are. And they are writing the upliftment of your life. And one thing that they are writing on your heart are the great words, I am that I am, renaming you, reclaiming you as your own unique note of the Godhood. But there is much more, and let them write upon the hallways of your heart the destiny, the truth, the upliftment of who you are. And great, great choruses of angels are singing as the new codes, the new diamond light codes, are being released now to you from these beautiful beloved beings. And as we speak, the DNA, the very DNA of your body, is beginning to blossom into the sun of the flowers that you truly are, into the great golden being of light that you truly are. So these words, your truth, your heart's desire, your destiny, they're now being sealed with the diamond light and the love of the Mother. And we are all gathered now, one next to the other, as this great seal is being opened. And the arc of creation is appearing before us. And we are calling forth now the great solar logos, the solar hierarchy, Helios and Vesta, and Sol and Alcyon and Alpha and Omega, our godparents of the solar system, the planetary logos. The 77 avatars are beginning to appear, the great cosmic feminine, and the beautiful beloved royal Syrian star lions are with us. And the avatars of the new etheric Christed diamond sun all are gathering around us in this beautiful, joyful celebration as our hearts have been renewed, as the covenant of our avatar selves have been written, as we have been lifted into our highest self. And we are all gathering now, these great avatars, the sons of the noble ones, the great beings of light, the spiritual hierarchy. We are moving now through the arc of creation into a great chariot, into a great Merkaba, where we all fit beautifully and comfortably. And we are moving now through the veil into the great central sun. And there, in the great central sun, we are being blessed by Helios and Vesta and the beloveds and the great avatars of this new Christed sun through which these diamond light codes are being transmitted. We are being graced to walk through the great hallways of time, the great hallways of our glorious destiny as the light masters that are bringing forth and helping to bring forth this great particle convergence. So we are being greeted, each one of us, by the great, great sunbeams and invited to all sit around a glorious, glorious altar. And here in the heart of the great central sun, the Alpha and the Omega that carries the Mother, Father, God flame within us and the Christed flame, come forward and touch each one of you upon the crown. And that great 1,000-petaled lotus of your crown chakra is opening to its fullness. To its fullness. And they are blessing you with these light diamond codes, moving through the crown chakra, opening and spinning all of your chakras in alignment with your greatest truth. And as that begins to filter down, the light becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. And all the beloved ones, as they surround us, a great, beautiful, beautiful light is coming before each one of us. And that light is our future Christed monadic self. We're being gifted with the presence of our fifth dimensional crystalline solar self. And that light that is coming forward into your presence has tears of joy, of reunion, and according to your own beloved harmonic. Greet this light, this monadic light, this future cosmic self that wants to be with you and become one with you. Let that being walk in through that great sacred doorway of your heart where Babaji and the Sophia stand to your left and right, and where all the 77 avatars and the avatars of the great diamond light sun are surrounding you. Let yourself meet this beautiful, beloved, Christed self that is sharing with you all the beautiful, great things about you and your truth and your light. And as we are in this amazing time where our timelines on the earth are being lifted into their highest divine potential, and the circuitries being seeded on the planet to create heaven on earth, so too in this moment you are being gifted with this beloved future self with your highest divine timeline. Let that timeline move through your being, move through your heart, as these great avatars and solar beings are allowing for this extraordinary opportunity to part the veils and to come before so that all those may follow. Receive your timelines, beloved ones, and receive all the coordinates from the stars that assist your unique soul's blueprint to be a holder of this great particle convergence. And if you so choose, in this moment, this beautiful monadic future Christed self is allowing you to see and join with your I am avatar light body according to your own beautiful beloved timing. You can let the seeds be planted. You can join with it fully, whatever you choose to do. But you are now being gifted with your great I am avatar light body. And the light is increasing greater and greater as we all now are becoming one great, beautiful star. It's as if we're creating a new star right now in the heavens that we can bring back in full embodiment in our bodies to create this new heaven on earth. Feeling the joy, feeling the celebration as all the avatars are bowing down and our beloved Babaji and the Sophia are inviting us now as we leave the halls of time in the great central sun. We're moving back into our beloved Chariot of Fire. And that beautiful chariot is taking us right back here in our heart of hearts as we are gathered and the stars are awakening around us. Our cells are ignited. Our threefold flame is blazing. Our anointing from the cosmic heavens is moving through every electron in our body. As we move back into the Holy of Holies, here we are at the altar of our high heart, and we just greet our beloved flame in thanksgiving. And we feel the love and the joy and the beauty and the expansion of what we have just created in the music of the spheres and the language of light, acknowledging the star beings that we are. And gently, gently following the Sophia and Babaji out from our Holy of Holies back into this present moment where we are new, where the covenant of our new timeline has been written on our hearts, and we have been sealed in the light of the flame of the Mother, Father, God for all time and eternity. Feeling the stars showering you with love, feeling all the avatars, all the beloveds, feeling those great Syrian lions who carry these diamond light codes, feeling their strength and their conviction as we move into this Lion's Gate coming up on August 8th, and then into the Great Particle Convergence. Feeling the lions surrounding all of us now. The electric blue of the God star, the second sun, Sirius, and feel both of the suns birthing this new year of glory, fulfillment, success, abundance, prosperity, love, service. All of it is written now in your heart of hearts. Feeling that light as it gently, gently integrates, moves through you, aligns, and embodies you. Feeling the integration, feeling the truth of who you are, feeling the igniting of that I am avatar light body. As all the beloveds are bowing down and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up, thank you for being the way and the truth and the life and the pathway through which all others can follow. Thank you for being the leaders through your being, through the space you're holding, through the love that you are, through the service that you give, through no other reason than just being. Thank you for taking incarnation that we all awaited in long lines for, so that you could be here in this moment, in this supernova of birthing the star of your being, that you are right now. This is the moment that you took incarnation for, and you are being honored. You are being celebrated. You are being graced. You are being blessed. And it is done. It is done. It is done. Thank you, beloved ones.
Cynthia Charis, that is so deeply comforting. All of us are new earth leaders, holding this vision, feeling and seeing the new timeline written on our hearts, feeling the beauty of each of us, and being in our I am avatar body of light. We are empowered. We are aligned. So beautiful.
We are. Wow. Wow.
We are all still floating.
I know, and we can float. Let's just float a moment. There's so much uplifting going on right now. So much starlight weaving within our hearts. It's so much rainbow light of this flame igniting in our beings. So just bask in the rainbow light and the starlight and the beautiful light of the great central sun that's transmitting all of this enlightenment for our glorification.
Feeling that felt super sparkly and warm and energizing and fortifying and exquisite, and really at a loss for words. Can you imagine, with this open heart and this connection, taking it into the world? That's why it is done. We are all new earth leaders.
We are. And we did create a star. I feel that star, and we can go to that star at any moment. It's there for us, and we are the leaders. We truly are the ones carrying this light. And you know, when we look at how we really do this, a lot of people have asked me, well, here we are. How do we actually jump timelines? And you know, just like we did, it's through the gateway of our hearts. And I would, you know, ask everyone, at any moment that you have, if you feel resonant in your heart, to go into that 8-pointed star in the center of your heart, to see it spinning, and to just talk to that Stargate in your heart. You know, every bit of this is through our love. It can't be any other way. The only way we can jump timelines is through this gateway of our heart. And then if we surrender into divine service, and that's the prayer I absolutely loved, Loren, when you had San Ra on with Dwal Kul. And basically I'm translating, so this is what I took into my own heart. But what I loved is that he said that if we just say, I am in deep desire to serve, and I surrender myself in service to the Ascended Master Dwal Kul, to the spiritual hierarchy, to the entire angelic kingdom, to the solar hierarchy, to the galactic hierarchy, and then to the universal hierarchy. I surrender myself and let me be a conduit through which any of these energies can be anchored onto the Christ grids on earth in whatever way serves. What wants to be created here? And those are my words, but I offer myself what wants to be created. How can I serve? But if we just do that, because we are truly, as of yesterday and this whole year, becoming galactic citizens. I mean, we really are. And who, if not us? We're the ones that are star-seated. We've known about most of this for years. We are the avatars. We are the ones creating heaven on earth. So the fifth dimension, it needs to be anchored here through us. And that is one of the things Patricia Cotto-Robles always talks about, that none of this can happen unless we decree it from this side of the veil. Well, we've just merged veils. We've just lifted the veils. And now we're this, we're that, we're our fifth dimensional solar light body. We are our future Christ itself. We are all of it. And so, you know, another way to jump timeline, so we have the gateway of the heart. We have offering and surrendering ourselves into divine service. And then we have the alignment factor, like you said so beautifully, Loren. We align. Just align, especially to your highest divine truth. Paul Selig just put out his fourth book, the Book of Truth. And I love that book in the sense that, you know, it's all about aligning to our fullest truth, where it's not that we become that, it's we let go of the false self. So there's a beautiful mantra in that book. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. And I know how I serve in truth. I am here. I am here. I am here. And you can do that for others. You can silently in your heart, any group of people, anywhere you are, look at them and you can just say, I know who you are in truth. You're a divine. You're an aspect of the divinity. I know what you are in truth. You're an aspect of the divinity in form. And I know how you serve in truth. You serve through your emanation and your vibration and how you be. Not what you do. You serve through your vibration. You are here. You are here. You are here. That's the greatest service of all. Even just saying, you are here. You are here. You are here. Their soul hears, and you've planted the seed for them to awaken. But not only can you align to your highest divine truth, you align to your Christ itself, and then your monadic self, and your galactic self, your universal self, and your logos, your logoic self. And because we're expanding outward, that's what's happening as we enter into the fifth dimension. And this year, another name has been called the Year of the Initiations of Light, where we are taking our service to the next level into the solar system and the multiverse and beyond. And this year also, if you want to work with a beautiful avatar, Lord Melchizedek, the Lord of the universe, this year is overlighted by the Holy Order of the Melchizedek. And I love that order. There's all these beautiful orders, the Order of the Devoted Shekinah, the Order of the Magdalens, the Order of the Dove. Sometimes I just lay and I just hear these names and I just say, open me up to this order, the Order of the Golden Teaching Dragons. They're just all these beautiful orders. But we're truly, truly entering into the cosmic heart of God. And so we're becoming more galactic. You know, and I think maybe the last piece there of how to jump this timeline is to continue to clear our older timeline experiences through forgiveness embracing and love. And I've many times on these shows taught the beautiful technique from my beloved Saint Germain. And basically, anytime we're experiencing energies that just don't feel good inside of us, you know, we can simply go right into the heart of those energies as if they are long-lost children. And instead of running from them or trying to transcend them, as most spiritual people do, we go right into the heart. We go right in and say, I hear you. I know you're scared, or I know you're angry, or I know you're feeling judgmental. It's okay. I've got you. Come into me. Let me bring you into my heart. It's the only way those energies clear. You align with them, make them okay, embrace them, bring them into your heart, which is your beloved I Am presence, and then they transmute through the violet flame that's in your heart. But keep clearing out anything you can at any moment. And then, of course, there's the beautiful beloved Matt Kahn in his book, Whatever Arises, Love That. I also just say a lot of the time, I love you to these energies. You need more love, not less. You need more love. Everything is about love. Everything is about alignment. Everything is about forgiveness. That's how we clear out the rest of these timelines, so that when we enter into this Lion's Gate and then moving into the total solar eclipse at this particle convergence, we'll just be in a greater and greater and quieter and peaceful place to allow the birthing of what we created and seeded today in the great central sun. We will allow the birthing of that timeline, because we're clearing out our old through forgiveness. We're aligning with our higher bodies. We're surrendering into divine service, and we're opening our heart. There's no other greater things we can do than that. And we are there. We are there. We just went there. We are here. And all the avatars are telling me to know that we have achieved this. We have completed this. This is our graduation. This is our culmination. Now it's time to have fun. Now it's time to celebrate. Now it's time to play. Now it's time to be in joy and deserve it. And we know we deserve this. Even now I'm feeling these beautiful, if you can actually imagine joy having a substance, I'm feeling this substance of joy, almost like the great shimmering, you know, the beautiful magical beings that we love, you know, the fairies and the unicorns and I just feel this magical shimmering coming through right now that's enhancing this rainbow light coming out of our hearts. But this is the time to play, to love, to accept everything, to judge no thing, and to celebrate all things. Those were Saint Germain's famous words to me when I used to work with him as a channel. I love him and work with him dearly, but this is the time. It's our time to play and create our dreams and to be these glorious God star seeds that we took birth for.
Absolutely.
It's exciting.
Very exciting. And again, why we shall not be distracted by events outside of us, but rather open up our hearts and really go deep within ourselves like this and connect. That was so very powerful. Very, very beautiful, and beautiful words there too. Cynthia Charis, thank you so much. This is just exquisite. I know you have answered a question that came in about being in the heart, how it's, Karen was saying, it's hard to stay centered and balanced. This came in at the beginning of our show, and I know you have answered that as you've given us many tools to go into that heart and to anchor in and center and align and to ask for this guidance. So, Karen, we hope that helps. And as we go, I'd like you to, let's see, there's another question coming in. How
Okay,
are we to
beautiful.
become it's about these new patterns, right, that you took us
Okay.
through. How are we to become aware that we're shifting with the new patterns, vibrations, and frequencies, and most importantly, that our DNA has been positively affected?
What a beautiful question. Well, we can go inside of our bodies, and I love to teach what's called our own personal internal validation system. Let's call it the GPS of our soul. And if you would like, whoever asked that question and anyone else, what we can do is we can ask the great I am presence of ourself to put into our circuitry, and that's just how the divinity is like the meridian lines, like the ley lines of the earth. How the divinity is held or accorded in our bodies. We can ask that we can put in our own internal validation system. We can either put it right through our heart, and a tingly, open, expansive feeling is a yes, and kind of a non-response is a no. Or we can, I like to use the feminine or the left side of my body as a yes, and the masculine or the right side of my body is a no. If you want, we can lay that circuitry in, and you can go in at any time. You can go into your heart. You can go in and ask your I am presence, has my DNA been ignited? And the whole left side of my body now is buzzing. And I'm going to set that in, if you'd like, your I am, according to your own soul and your I am presence, for everybody on the call that would love to utilize that system, because what we're teaching here, what my work is about sovereignty. And the greatest tool of sovereignty is knowing that we know. Knowing how to ask, does this workshop, does this course, does this relationship, does this business opportunity serve my highest divine truth? Does it serve my soul? Does it serve my highest divine choice? Those are the words. You run that through your body, and if your heart feels expansive, yes, if you like the left side, you get a little tingle on the left. If you like the right side is a no, you can know this. You are omniscient. You are divine, and it's time we wake up to these internal senses. This area in our body is called the sacred space, or the order matrix, where the heart, the power, and the purpose comes together as one. Right from about the clavicles to about, the belly button. But right in there, the power, the solar plexus, the heart, go there, get in that still point, just find everything stilling down, get in that still point, and ask your heart, ask your I am presence. But I can answer for you, yes, your DNA has shifted quite significantly, and you'll feel it through a lightening of the heart. And as things come up, you'll feel more resilient. You'll be perhaps less reactive. And if you are reactive, you can go in with more love and compassion. Go right into the reaction. I always suggest that you leave the scene that you're reacting as gently as you can. Go into yourself and say, okay, this part of me that's reacting, how can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I give you more love? What do you need? And you will be able to heal yourself moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. But you have the answers within you. And this is the time for us to know that we know that. So work with your guides. Let them also enhance this system. But you will just know by how you feel. Basically, it's how you feel. When you feel more at peace, you know you're on track. The truth always resounds. The truth sings. And I always tell people that if you don't feel uplifted, you're not in truth. If you're confused or you don't understand, you're not in truth. Just keep moving. Use that compass of your soul to go for things that create upliftment, that create ease, that create self-mastery. You're not following anybody. You're learning how to be your own guru, your own God presence, your own I am presence, your own goddess, your own mother of creation. You're learning how to be that for yourself. Follow your own heart, and you'll be free. You will absolutely know and see those changes. And look around you. As you emanate out concentric energies of peace, things will start calming down around you. And if a lot comes up, I'm so glad you asked this, by the way. Thank you, because it brings up a principle, and I think it's called, what is the name of that? The opposition principle. If you've created all these intentions, and sometimes immediately or very shortly thereafter, something will happen and you'll be going, what? Why did that happen? It's happening to test your conviction and to show you that you can hold your center in the midst of that situation. So if that happens, keep holding the vision of what you want and give it less and less and less attention. Keep your heart and your vision on what you want, who you are as a Christed monadic self, who you are as a communicator of the creation's ears and eyes and heart and soul. Keep your focus on that and keep loving yourself over and over and over again, because enlightenment, from my perspective, is self-love. If we can love ourselves, then we can love everybody else, and then we can love creation. It starts with loving ourselves, and I think all of us have been learning that. But I hope that answers your question.
Yes, beautiful. Again, sovereignty begins with us. It's this inner knowingness, and it's this compass of our soul. Thank you for sharing how we really feel into that. I know many of us have been experiencing episodes of intuition, and it's just beautiful to have a greater definition or a clarity on really how we can tune into it. Otherwise, we'll have experiences where we look in hindsight at our intuition. So beautiful. We're all becoming these beautiful avatars connected to the I Am presence as new earth leaders. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cynthia Charis, for this beautiful transmission today. It will continue to affect us because this vibration is just so fine and exquisite. I am elated right now, and I know our listeners are as well. You have another couple of living transmissions coming up. It's included in your special offer, and this is coming up as a headway into this August energy. Share with us about that new transmission.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm so excited. I think it's in about 10 days. It's on Saturday and Sunday, August 5th and 6th, from 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to about 12:15. And it is going to take us into the gateway of the Lion's Gateway, the Lion's Portal on 8/8, and into the Great Particle Convergence. And we go right in to a very deep, probably a beautiful hour-long meditation. It's recorded, and many times if people can't make that exact time, the minute it's over, I send the recording out so you don't have to be able to be present on Saturday and Sunday. But the avatars are gathering even as we speak, and they're moving for all of us to come together and to go into this in a far, far deeper way. We're calling this a sacred retreat into the heart of the diamond sun, and it's going to be a beautiful mentoring opportunity with the avatars of this new sun. So we will be opening and blossoming. The sun of the flower within, the sun of the flowers within our own heart chakra will be adding upon many, many rings and layers upon what we did today, and we'll be opening, parting the ways, really working with our timeline, parting the ways so that we are in our glory, where we're really going to be carried, as Babaji's telling me right now, carried into the heart of the sun and into the heart of our greatness through the embodiment of our true solar logos, the highest aspect of our being. So it will be very beautiful, very melodic, very soul-oriented, and, you know, filled with the blazing light of the great central sun, a continuation and a deeper journey into this great, monumental, epic moment for humanity as those of us as the leaders. So even more into initiating us into the leaders of this great particle convergence. So I'm feeling the sparkling in the sun and all the energies moving around, creating that space even as we speak. And I do see the electric blue of the Sirius star. So we're going to be working with the two suns in great galactic downloads coming, just as we did today. So please journey with us. Please journey. It's going to be magnificent. I'm so excited to be able to facilitate that, and so blessed to be able to speak to all of you and to open my heart so that the words of these great beings can come through and bless us all in this, you know, amazing, amazing time.
Yes, yes, we are our own gurus, but we can connect to higher dimensional beings, which, as you said, are really aspects of ourself. Thank you for showing us how to do that and to be in this deep, deep connection, and for this experience today that literally allowed us to feel those energies in our bodies. This is embodiment as we know it. And again, this is New Earth, and it is here, and it is set. Such a beautiful session today. And also in your special offer, there are some other transmissions from the past that are beautiful, and they take you on specific journeys. We'll let our audience read more about those. And I do want to just let you add anything that you might want to input on those.
Oh, I just want to say that all of them are filled from the heart of hearts, and they're very glorious journeys, you know, into our beloved beauty, into our beloved God, Goddess essence. And there's Babaji's there with a great cosmic commission when he's calling us into our true essence as ascended masters. There's the great teleclass series I did with the power of the ascended feminine when we were working with the great, great feminine, beautiful goddesses to create this gorgeous, wonderful place of connecting to the divine feminine as the rising cosmic avatars. There's the Temple of the Sun. There's many others, and I just invite you to read them and let your heart jump out at you if they spark something in you. They're all sealed and held in the light of the beloved Babaji, the great immortal, by the way, who is still here on this planet in his sacred retreat in Tibet. You know, one of the greatest immortals ever, you know, that, you know, worked with Yeshua, with Christ, with Saint Germain in that incarnation when Saint Germain was the father of Christ, worked with Mother Mary, worked with Mary Magdalene, worked with the anchoring of everything that's coming into fruition 2,000 years later. So Babaji is the great overseer of all of these journeys, but they're all beautiful and deep and intimate and quantum, and you can just open your heart and dive in and just have a beautiful experience communing with your soul and your beloved I Am presence in the fullness of your truth and your glory, and they're filled with love.
Yes, beautiful. Very, very exquisite transmissions, living transmissions. Cynthia Charis, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your special offer, of course, is available on this webpage, and this has been so empowering as we prepare for this great time that we're in, and beautiful information on timelines, staying anchored in the heart, working with our inner knowing, and just amplifying the light of the world within ourselves and without. As we say goodbye,
wow.
yes, I mean, it's just so exquisite. I know people are going to be floating tonight, and hopefully sweet dreams. As we say goodbye,
Yes.
is there any last comment you'd like to share with our listeners in closing?
I would just like to seal a beautiful blessing upon you from all that we're here today, to know that you are beautiful, that everything that you do counts, to know that you are exquisite and you are a treasure beyond knowing, and that Babaji is blessing you, the Holy Mother, the Sophia is blessing you, all the avatars and the hierarchical beings are blessing you, and know that you will be carried on the wings of love in the heart of grace from now and forevermore. And as we speak it, so it is. Namaste, dear beloved ones. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cynthia Charis, connecting us with the avatars. Thank you.
Thank you. All my love.
Until next time, blessings.
Blessings too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this program, please share it with your friends and loved ones. And we thank you for shining your magnificent light and adding it to the world. This is when we love ourselves like no one else can. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.